For the history books, cardinals elect the first American pope to lead the Catholic Church.
Chicago-born Cardinal Robert Prevost is now Pope Leo XIV.
And joining us now for more on this historical moment is Msgr Jim Lisante, pastor of Our Lady of Lourdes Parish in Massapequa Park, Long Island.
He's also the host of the Personally Speaking podcast. Msgr, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me back. Great to be with you.
Would love to get your reaction first to the first ever American Pope. Did you think that that would be possible?
I hoped it would be, but I didn't think in my lifetime I would see it. This is also distressing for me. It's the first time in my life that I have a Pope who's younger than me, but that's okay. I hope he has a long and wonderful reign. You know, what I love about the man is the fact that he chose to be not just a priest, but a missionary bishop, a missionary priest, going to spend most of his priesthood in South America. It takes a special heart to say, I'm going to leave home and family, go to another country, another culture, and learn to serve people who are most needful. And, you know, that's not an easy thing to do. Most of us priests don't do stuff like that, but he did. He chose to be a missionary bishop and to make the people of South America his own, which I think will be a great connection between the South and the North throughout the world. It's also going to be interesting, isn't it, to see how now the two most famous Americans in the world, President Donald Trump and Pope Leo, get along. Two Americans, can they bring peace to our troubled world?
Yeah, speaking about here, bringing that back home, what impact do you foresee his papacy having on American Catholics, especially younger ones who may be a bit out of touch with the Catholic Church?
I think it's great. We'll be able to relate to someone who comes from us, is one of us. I think you've mentioned before, but his mom was Spanish and his dad was French and Italian. Raised like most of us, Catholic education, living in parish, living in neighborhoods just like ours, going to Villanova University. He can connect in so many ways, and he's very relatable, I think, for Americans, especially for young people. And as you probably know, there are more young American Catholics coming back to the church now than before, probably very much because of Pope Francis. And speaking of Pope Francis, you got to know, he saw something special in Robert Prevost that said, I got to bring this guy to Rome. I got to raise this guy up because there's something charismatic and good about him that we need in the church.
Yeah, what do you think it is about him? Because we'll never truly know what happened in the very secretive process of the conclave. But I mean, 2 days of conclave, fourth ballot, and they were able to relatively quickly come to a consensus that this was the man to lead the Catholic Church.
There's a great divide, you know, between the first world, Europe and America and places like that, and all the blessings that we have, and the third world who think that, you know, you Americans just don't understand all the struggles we go through. He can be a bridge to bring all of us together, and it's a wonderful thing. You know, maybe I had an insight into this. Over 2 years ago, we wrote to him saying, would you be a guest on our Personally Speaking show? And he wrote back saying, I'd love to do that.
Wow.
And, we just haven't set the date, but now I think the Pope owes me an interview. Don't you think
he
so?
might.
Yeah, maybe he'll come back on your show.
His schedule might be a little busier, but
before you go, a quick question. Obviously, when he was giving the blessing, he spoke in Latin, then he spoke in Spanish. And because he was American born, I think some people were asking the question, why not say a few words in English?
Yeah, I think that was very pointedly done. He wants to say to the rest of the world, don't be alienated by my Americanism, by my English background. I am one of you. I am a man of the entire universal church, and that's why he used other languages. He obviously could have spoken in English, but I think it was important for him to say, please don't see me just as an American, but see me as the shepherd of an entire church, and I'm going to be open to everybody. Everyone's going to be part of my spiritual family.
Yeah, and his message, peace be with all of you, is that message of unity. Msgr, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and let us know if you get the Pope on your podcast.
Okay, will do. Thank you very much.